What's up, guys? If you're watching this video right now, then you've been invited to join my property search team. I'm going to learn how to make a little bit of money in real estate. If you're already making money in real estate, that's fine. You can always make a little bit more. It's actually pretty easy. You don't have to know everything, you just got to know somebody that does. And right here, I don't know everything, but I know a lot of people, and I got a good bit of experience behind my back. Make some good money. Real estate is the most wealthiest wealth creator in the whole entire world. You can't beat it. Once you learn it, once you get in it, it's impossible to get out because you find out how much money you can actually make. It is amazing. But anyways, let's get down to it. I'm not a teacher. Nothing like that. You can learn from me. I'm a property investor. That's it. I'm not a guru. All them guys out there teaching all them classes, making people pay for it, it's ridiculous. If you're falling for it, I'm sorry, you'll learn your lesson because I was in those shoes at once. I learned my lesson and I wasted a lot of money. This right here, it's the action steps. That's all it is. You learn along the way. If you want to just make a little cash out of this, that's fine. More power to you. But if you actually want to learn and be a part of this team, we can make that happen. Let's get down to it. I'm going to show you a couple slides. Tell you, you'll be able to see our main focus and exactly what we're going to do. So these next few slides are some examples of the types of properties that are on my list. I'm looking for properties that are not in too bad a shape. You need to know the difference between an occupied property and a vacant property. You see this right here? Boarded up windows. I mean, you can clearly tell that nobody's been there in a while. There's some people out there that they live like that. That's just how they are. And I've run across properties all the time. I'm like, oh man, that's a good one. I can clean that sucker up and make it mine. Sell that thing pretty dang quick. Oh, next thing you know, you see a car in the driveway. You're looking for boarded up windows. Any kind of signs, tall grass, somebody hasn't been there in a long time. It's pretty dang obvious when you see a property that nobody lives in. Once you confirmed 100% that the property is vacant and nobody's been there in quite some time, your next step is to take a picture with your phone, jot down the address on your maps, copy the address, and send it straight to me. In some cases, if the property's been vacant for a long period of time, it's kind of hard to find the address, and all it'll show is coordinates when you ping on your map. I can work with coordinates. It's perfectly fine. Address is way better, and it's usually there. You just got to poke around for it a little bit on your maps. But either one's fine. Once you send me the photo and the address, that's when the real work begins. I type the property into my custom software, and it tells me every little detail about that property. In some cases, it'll be a cold case due to the taxes being unpaid and the county's taking it over. I'll go into those details a little bit later on how to follow up a lead on a property that the county's taken over. About 70% of the time, it's a home run. When I type that address into my software, it tells me exactly where that homeowner lives at this time. I then target the homeowner with a direct mail letter. In every single one of my letters that I send out, I'm always 100% clear on my intentions. I tell the property owner exactly where I found their address. I tell them exactly what I'm doing with the property. Every single one of my letters has an elevator pitch in it. If that property's in a great location, chances are that that homeowner has received a letter from another investor, if not a few. But most investors' letters are crap. They usually state something very blunt, like, I'd like to buy your home. I can close quick. Please give me a call if you're interested in selling. So standing out from the crowd and letting that homeowner know you're an actual person and an investor that knows what you're talking about, it makes them feel so much more secure about calling you. Anyways, we'll get into a little bit more of that later on down the road. Let's talk about what you need to do to find the best leads so we can all get paid. So, first things first, location is the key to your success. I cannot say that any better. Anybody with half a brain can pull in a nasty trailer park and find a broken down trailer that the community has busted up. Take it from this guy, trust me. It's a terrible situation. You want to be looking for houses that really stand out from other houses in upcoming neighborhoods, good drive-through traffic, property pretty much sell itself if it was nice and clean. Take this property location for example right here. You got tons of drive-through traffic. That house is always being driven by. Everything in town is within walking distance. Somebody will eat that house up quick. That right there makes for super low vacancy, and when you get ready to sell, it is nothing. It pretty much sells itself. You barely have to put it online. Now take this property in the country for example. Yeah, it's a nice house. Yeah, you can make some money on it, but it's going to eat out of your pocket a lot more than that house would in the town. Your vacancy percent is going to be much higher out here in the country. It's going to take 10 times longer to sell because you got less traffic driving through. You might be able to sell it online. Yes, you can do it. But why do that if you don't have to? Learn from others' mistakes. You guys are more than welcome to run around and find properties, send them my way with zero questions asked, and just take a paycheck. That's totally fine with me. But if you want to get in this game and actually learn to invest, create wealth for yourself, you got to be on a whole nother level, a whole nother frequency than all the average people around you. You got to be far from average. Very far from average. In order to get there, you got to learn to measure the power of good advice. You got to have a good bullshit meter in your mind. Know what's bullshit from non-bullshit. You got to know fake teachers from real teachers. Working for money only blinds you from life's bigger opportunities. It's like a carrot tied over a donkey's head. You can lead that donkey straight through a carrot patch, and all he'll focus on is that one carrot right in front of him, missing all of those big opportunities all around him, all because he's focused on that one paycheck. It'll do it to a person, and it does. Rich people never work for money. They work to learn. If you work to learn and not for job security, I promise you'll make it far in life. No doubt. Well, you say, well, I need money to make it in life. Yeah, of course you do. Once you learn how money works, it can be created by one single thought, just like I'm doing here. If you sit there and focus on money, I promise you will not make it very far. You will wind up being a greedy bastard. That is no lie. You got to focus on your asset column and nothing more. Once you focus on your asset column, you get to build it. Once you understand how money works, you understand you can use the bank's money to get rich. Use the bank's money to build your asset column that produces cash flow. Never pocket the sale of your real estate. Do a 1031 exchange, dumping the money right back into real estate, producing more cash flow, getting bigger every time. If you pocket from the sale of your real estate, you pay high taxes. If you do like I just said, you create wealth and pay zero taxes whatsoever. How do you think Trump does it? He never pays taxes. Dude's a billionaire. He does exactly what I just said. Anyways, I get pretty passionate about financial education, I guess you can see. I got one more thing to talk about here, and it's for sale by owner. way to produce leads on for sale by owner is when you see one of these signs right here on the screen. I want you to look this property up online and see if it is posted online. If this property is not posted online, you get the address, take a picture of the house, take a picture of the number in the sign, you send it straight to me, and I will show you how to produce money out of these homes. It is so easy to target these properties because these people are old school. They do not know how to use the internet. People like us have the advantage over people like this. We stay up with the times. We stay modern. We know how to use the internet. That's where everything's at nowadays. It's 2019. Time and information. Information travels at the speed of light all the way across the world nowadays. Why the hell would you not use it? Once again, if you can't get this owner down to the right price, or if I can't get them down to the right price, the numbers don't make sense. It just simply doesn't make sense. They have to be a below market price to make a profit. They're emotionally attached, it'll never work. Sometimes you can let it sit for a couple months and then let them realize that it'll never sell for that, and then target it back again. Anyways, I hope you guys got some good information out of this. If you got any questions, do not be afraid to ask. Email me on Facebook, Messenger. It does not matter. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Thanks, guys.